Wow. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. And I'm sorry because I don't have enough lighting, but whatever we have, we can use. I'm your financial coach, Lisa, and with me is my colleague, Anthony. And today we are going to talk about retirement. And I'm going to read to you a story about Uncle Musa. And I hope you can all learn something from the story today. So, after living in the United States for 40 years, at the age of 70, Uncle Musa finally relocated to Salaj, the Gambia, this year to live in his 5-bedroom house, which took him 10 years to complete. Now in Gambia and in his house, Uncle Musa lives in the living room of the house downstairs while his caretaker lives upstairs in his huge master bedroom. This is because Uncle Musa cannot climb the stairs without the help of another person. Even with help, it takes him 10 minutes to make the climb. As such, Uncle Musa has decided to stay downstairs in the living room as all 5 bedrooms are upstairs. The house has a living room, toilet, and kitchen downstairs. 3 rooms on the first floor and another 2 rooms, including the master bedroom, on the second last floor. This is surely not how Uncle Musa anticipated his retirement, but that is the reality of his journey. This will be the life of many other Africans living abroad and building mansions back home. In fact, if you are building a dream house for yourself to live in, the house is not ready by the time you attain the age of 50. Just forget about it. Uncle Musa virtually wasted 40 years of his life doing manual jobs abroad, hoping to go and retire back home in his mansion and enjoy life. But now he has no life to enjoy, and someone else is sleeping in his master bedroom. Like most aged persons, Uncle Musa is not even able to enjoy a bottle of malt at his age because it will shoot up his blood sugar level. Yet he said he was working hard all his life in order to enjoy life, which includes eating and drinking the finest, able to eat fruit and vegetable salads, and even that without dressing. He cannot even eat any of the fine meats out there without his cholesterol sending warning signals. So that is the life of Uncle Musa in retirement. This will be the story of more than half of us. The best thing to do is to take mini retirements now and enjoy the luxuries of life now that we still have the strength to do so. And we all must learn a lesson from the story of Uncle Musa. You know, it's really heartbreaking to hear about Uncle Musa's situations. He spent 40 years working abroad, dreaming of retirement in his dream house in Gambia, only to find himself unable to fully enjoy it because of his health issues. And you find that many people have wasted their years, especially those people who go to work abroad, and they waste a lot of years until the time that they have aged, and you find that they make wrong choices and planning. So just like Uncle Musa, I think a lot of people have really wasted their years in the wrong retirement plan, and they don't know how to plan with the right age, with the right time, and this has affected Uncle Musa and so many other people. So I don't know what you think, Anthony.
Yeah, Luisa, what you're saying is true. It's something that I know it affects many people, especially when you're aged. But when you're young, it's very hard for someone to understand. But I believe that the story of Uncle Musa gives us a reminder that we need to have a proper planning. You remember that time we were talking about how God created the world, and we would talk about how God was orderly. He started by separating the waters with the land, and he created the animals, the plants, and everything. And at the end, he brought the human being. and
Yeah.
it gave the human being the control of everything. So even for us human being, we need also to have a proper planning, knowing that when you're young, it's just a matter of time, and we will be old. We will be at that moment that we need to retire. And it just reminds me of what you say every time, Luther, about you. It's upon you to determine whether to retire bitterly or to retire when you're happy. So I want to agree with you, for it is a stark reminder that life doesn't always turn out the way we plan. And as you know, Uncle Musa worked so hard all his life, hoping to indulge in the finer things during his retirement. But now he is limited to simple diet and can't even climb the stairs to his bedroom. So I want to believe that if Uncle Musa had planned so well, then he could have built a house that has a master bedroom downstairs there, instead of having everything upstairs. And knowing that even the story of Uncle Musa tells us that maybe he didn't even have wife. So that means he had not even planned to have a family. We're not being told about the children. So that means he's just he himself in a lonely life with the people that he has employed. If he will fail to pay those people who are living with him, then they will leave him and he will die in desperation. Thank you, Lisa.
It's such a pity. I just wonder, he didn't even have a wife. Why would he even build a 5 bedroom with no wife? That is so bad. I feel like Uncle Musa is annoying me, and I don't want to be annoyed by the fact that he's old, no wife, and they usually say you should have a wife, and the way you take care of your wife, that's how she will take care of you in retirement when you age. So when you take good care of your wife, when you retire, she will definitely take good care of you. So see, Uncle Musa, now his caretaker is the one enjoying those luxuries, not even him. He's living in the living room, devastated, frustrated. All his life, he now has to just end up living in a living room after working for all these years. It's just a pity, and it's so sad because he just has to leave the bedroom. That is the most shocking part, because he's too old to even climb stairs. Why did he even build the house with stairs? And most of us do that. If you see your time is up, you don't have to make a staircase unless you have kids, you have a wife, then you can do all that, because you are guaranteed that your kids will get grandkids and they'll come and play on those stairs going up and down. So without the assistance for him to climb those stairs, it becomes very tough for him and really frustrating to be in this situation where he can't even fully enjoy this lavish home. What do you think? It's so bad
Yeah,
for Uncle
what
Musa.
you're saying
I don't
is
want to be
true.
Uncle Musa.
What you're saying is true. When we look at Uncle Musa, it shows that like I want to believe that even he planned and bought that poshy bed, a big bed for him that he would be relaxing on it, but now it cannot even come downstairs where he now currently lives. So a big lesson here is we need to plan ourselves, because if you don't, then you'll get caught up in the idea of working tirelessly for retirement, thinking that it's when we will finally get to live our dream life. But seeing Uncle Musa's situation, it makes us realize that we should find ways to enjoy life, like luxury, throughout our journey, not just at the end. So, when we talk about enjoying life luxury at the age that you are in, then this get us to our budgeting. You remember, Luisa, when we were talking about budgeting the other time, we were talking about 50, 20, 30 budget rule. And we also had 10, 10, 10, 20, 30 budget rule, whereby we were looking at, if we can, you plan yourself that next year, the month of August, I want to go for vacation. Then you start planning for that. And then you remember that you also separated some money for your saving. You see? So at the end of the day, everything is well. So if we don't style up, then our age will catch up with us, and it's not going to be easy as usual.
And I feel this is a very good lesson to those people who don't want to get married at the right time. Oh, I have to make to earn, I have to be stable, oh, I have to do this, oh, I have to do that. Instead of just getting a wife, getting kids, you're waiting to be okay. You will age alone like Uncle Musa until you will wonder if what is happening, and other people will enjoy your property. So I don't feel sorry for Uncle Musa, unfortunately. I don't, but I don't want to be Uncle Musa because his life, I don't want his life. You see, instead of, you find that most people are always postponing like enjoyment until they retire. Oh, I will go for those vacations when I retire. Oh, I will eat the finest meal when I retire. Okay, when you get old, that's when pressure comes with all the force and you can't eat those foods. So it's better when you do things. They usually say there's this Swahili saying where they say it's an African proverb, or I don't know how to say it. Like vunja mifupa kama bado meno ipo. Like you have to, but don't vunja them like you have to waste your money in the bar, or like just do meaningful things, plan for mini vacations, maybe every 3 months or once a year. You don't have to wait until you're retired. When you retire, you should be doing those with your wife and your husband. You go, now that you people have retired at the best age, then you can extend and do all that retirement plan, but still you can still do it now with them, or when you're not with them. So just consider taking those mini retirements along the way, because those moments of enjoyment and relaxations can be just valuable as the ultimate retirement goal. After all, who knows what our health will be like when we finally get there. Like you see, for him, he's 70, his health, you can't compare Uncle Musa and Raila. These are two different people, like you always say. So you don't know where or how your health will be. God's plan. Maybe God has planned, okay, now let you just stay at your sitting you'll be energetic and do other things. So yeah, the choices is always ours. I felt that, like, just working out, you can't say you want to start working out at 50. My friend, you better start working out now, because by 50 you will be deteriorated and you don't have the energy to even start. So you better start now. The time is now. Yeah, that's what I feel. I don't know what you think,
No, what you're
Anthony,
talking
about it.
about, Lisa, is true. You remember yesterday I was telling you something about about re resilience and flexibility and optionally.
Mm-hmm.
I did say about
Mm-hmm.
that it should be built on the way we think about our financial security.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because cost of living varies differently. Like it depends with what you eat. But we need to have the principle whereby I remember that 2/3 of of your earning should be saved, so that at least if things don't go by well, then you can figure out yourself. So there is this thing that I want to believe that it's affecting Uncle Musa, is whereby uh, he failed to plan for his life. Maybe he was celebrating and doing everything that he can here in America.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wasted his time. Because I love the book in the Bible. Is it Ecclesiastic? It talks about that there's time for everything, because there is that time for planning.
True.
There's time for
Mm-hmm.
you to get a wife, and there's time for
Mm-hmm.
you to bear children.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, if you go with the proper planning, then
Mm-hmm.
things will be fine. There is one thing that I want to believe that maybe is affecting Uncle Musa, because he's losing hope. Because now
Mm-hmm.
he has been catch up by age, and he thought that Africa is better, and
Mm-hmm.
he went and built his house there for retirement. But the fact that he doesn't have children, he doesn't have wife, he did not plan very well about retirement, so he's lonely. So when you say that we cannot compare him with let me give an example of somebody who is rich, right? Rich in mind. And there is this thing that I like when we discuss with Nancy every time about things that affect us. We talked about that the three things in life that you need as an individual to really look at when you want to grow old and to grow well. One thing, you need to be physically fit. Make sure that you do exercise, you run, or you can just walk some miles away every evening. Try to be active. Number two, you need to be financially fit. How do you become financially fit? You have to make sure that you are having a retirement plan whereby you put your money, you build investment and wealth, because that will give you hope about tomorrow. You know, when you have hope about tomorrow, then you will not get age. But when you don't have hope about tomorrow, desperation will come to you, and then you become more stressed. And even those bonds and everything are deteriorate to the extent that you find yourself, you cannot even walk. So you find yourself every time thinking about your life and even losing hope about your future. So I want to say that it's better to take a break and sometimes to have what we want, and let not postpone, because I get a lot of my friends of my age, they're telling me, you know, I need to still go to school. I need to get that degree, get that master's. It's okay. But there are some things that you need to put first in your priority. Like, do you have a wife? Do you have children? Have you started building yourself? I know we have some people who maybe you've already planned, you don't want to have a kid, but at least please get someone that you live with, because we human beings, we are social creature. You need to have someone that you can talk to. That's why you find some people bringing, it's not then you need to plan yourself if you'll be having dog in your house or a cat that at least you can be talking to. Because alone, you see the story of Uncle Musa, he's alone, he's hopeless, he didn't plan about himself. So Uncle Musa's story serves as a caution tale about not putting all our hope in a distant retirement that might not plan out the way we envision. Lisa?
Wow. And you find out that balancing our ambitions and work is really important in this life, because as we strive for success and financial security, we should not do it at the expense of our health and the moments that truly make life really fulfilling. You see, like exercising, like eating healthy. You see, like in the US, a lot of people, they spend most of their time working, and they don't really concentrate on their health, on their diet, on their physical well-being, just like Uncle Musa. And by the time he gets there, it's too late for him. So when we find that balance, it's really important, because it helps us. It also helps us in every part or in every areas. Don't just focus on working, that you even forget about yourself, that you forget about creating time for yourself, for your self-care. It's really important. And as you've said, you also need, and that's why you need a companion. You need someone you can help each other out, because you can find time to rest, you can find balance when both of you are putting in the work. So that is also something that is really important. Yeah.
Yeah, to add on what you're saying, yeah, I was saying that we have three things that we need to do when we are healthy. One thing, we need to work on our physical health. Number two, we need to work on our financial wellness. And number three, we need also to work on our we call it cognitive, the mental health. Cognitive as in you need to read books, you need to, I want me, this is what I believe in, maybe it might be my own opinion. When you read, you are also making your brain muscle to be strong, so that you will not be affected with things like dementia when you're old. You know, we have some people, when you at your 60, you start forgetting things because your brain was not having practice. Anything in life, we need to put it in practice, so that it also get used to what we should also be admiring in life. So what I want to say is, as you talked about balance, we need to balance our life. There's a time I was showing a photo of one of the lady who is at 70 and another one who is at 70, and people could say, oh, the other one is not at 70 because of how the other one has kept herself, you know? So let us carry ourselves, put ourselves into balance. So Uncle Musa Story reminds us that life is unpredictable and the time to enjoy it is now. Okay, we should cherish every moment, whether it is in our dream house or somewhere else, so that we don't end up in a situation like his, full of regret and unfulfilled dreams. So what I can say, what we need to do is we need to have a proper plan about our life. We need to have that retirement plan. We need also to have our physical health plan. Lisa?
Wow, that's true. So it's best if we take this story of Uncle Musa as a very valuable lesson and make sure that we just create our life that reaches in experiences and happiness throughout the journey, rather than banking it all on uncertain retirement. And there's a Bible verse that says you have to leave an inheritance to your children's children. So you find that Uncle Musa has no wife. That means he has no children. That means he won't have grandchildren. And his wealth, probably his caretaker is the only one who will enjoy with his wife now, not him.
That's
so
true.
I cannot imagine. I really feel so bad for Uncle Musa. Now, why would he even build a 5-bedroom house to live alone? That is so bad. He would have just then made a 1-bedroom, just retire alone.
Yeah, you know
So
what you're
sad. I
saying
just
is
don't feel
true.
good for Uncle Musa.
It reminds me when you go to the Bible, you remember how it perturbed Abraham and Sarah when they had no child, and
Yeah.
they were just there, you know, until I remember there's a conversation where Abraham was talking to God and telling God, does it mean that I think one of the servants could be the heir of his inheritance? But God had a plan for Abraham, and everything worked well. And remember that Abraham, in his old age, he enjoyed his old age very well. So even for us, we need to work out what we are talking about. So the story of this Uncle Musa, it's really a lesson to the young people who maybe are postponing about what they need to do. There's this thing called procrastination, which affects most of the young people. We keep on procrastinating, thinking sometimes that we are young, until when you find yourself that you are at your 40, you have not even planned about what you need to do in life. You find yourself, you are at that age and others have already run and they're very fast. So we need to work very hard. And we also need to remember that this life that we have to live fully and enjoy the fruit of our labor along the way. And also, when you talk about enjoying the fruit of our labor all the way, we mean that we need to balance our life. Balancing your life is very important, knowing that everything runs. That's why I do tell people sometimes within a week or even in a daily basis, you need to take up time and just go aside and refresh yourself. And also try to evaluate yourself to really know, am I in the right track? Or if I'm not in the right track, then you can back up and go back to where you're supposed to be. Because sometimes for us, we make a wrong exit in life, and we go with that exit. We go with the other road that takes us very deeper in the bush, to the extent that now coming back, it needs prayers, because you are too much, you started alcohol, drinking, and you start drinking to the extent that even coming out from that addiction, it becomes a very tough thing. Maybe you find yourself now becoming a womanizer, and at the end now even leaving that habit is become very hard, because you cannot even stay with one wife. So you continue messing up your life, and it becomes so hard. So we need to get back our life together. And with that, when we will be looking back, we're not going to have regret like Uncle Musa, but with a sense of contentment, with the sense of contentment, gratitude for our life well lived. Yeah, Lisa?
Wow, as we just finalize, I think that this is a very great or valuable lesson, because you find that a lot of people who live abroad, they concentrate so much on their work, and they assume everybody uses this excuse, oh, we are busy making money. Either somebody will be too busy and forget about balancing their lives, or someone will make a wrong choice. You see, that they will regret all their lives because they also want to rush, you see. So the best thing is we just need to find a balance, and when you are with the right person, everything just flows, no matter where you are, but for people who are abroad, I think now it's time they start to learn from this story, especially those young people with this generation of now. A lot of people are so arrogant that they don't even want to get married, and I think most of them might end up like Uncle Musa if they don't take care. It will be a pity for them. So that's why I want to encourage everyone, as we finish, grab your copy of My Pocket Friend Abroad, and you will learn so much. You will grasp so much. You will start viewing your life in a different way. You will start making the right choices, making the right investments, best retirement plans, because I know Anthony has really great experience, and the way he talks about it in that book, you will all like it, and you will just see your life turning around. So you can grab it from Amazon, from Google Play, you can Barnes and Nobles, you can grab it from anywhere, whether an ebook or a soft copy or a hard copy. I mean, you get it and just read it, and then you can tell us what you feel or what your views are. You can leave your views. And with that, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel at Concanto23. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Concanto23. Don't forget to send us an email at concanto@gmail.com. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comment about this video on the comment section. As I finalize, don't forget that we always have our webinars, but this month we will tell you about it if it's there. And then one more thing, our kids need the financial literacy. They need knowledge on finance. So don't forget to enroll your kid for the finance classes. And with that, I hope you have a lovely time. And I just want to say that God bless you. And I believe, Anthony, you have something to just add on it. The virtual floor is yours.
I really don't have a lot to say. What I want to say that that story, it's really a story that we need to look forward as young people. And when you read My Pocket Friend Abroad, it talks about planning and how you need to plan yourself in saving and doing everything. And remember, there's another book that is coming by February or March next year, The Power of Money Mindset, that is authored by me and Luisa. And it's a great book. I want to tell you that we got your back in making sure that you're very financially fit, even as you're also planning on your physical fitness and other things. Anyway, thank you very much. And I want to say God bless you.
Thank you.